Here's the truth most men never see coming. Your wife doesn't wake up one morning, roll over, and decide she hates you. It doesn't happen in a big explosion. It's quiet, subtle, almost invisible. She just slowly stops liking you. Not because of one huge mistake, but because of small, everyday things you didn't even realize mattered. Little habits, little oversights, little moments where she felt unseen, unheard, unappreciated. And here's the dangerous part. While you're living life thinking everything's fine, she's been quietly keeping score. She's been pulling back inch by inch until one day, she's not angry, she's not yelling, she's just gone, emotionally checked out. By the time most men notice, it's too late to fix. But it doesn't have to be that way. Today, I'm breaking down 8 very practical reasons this happens, the real-life patterns that slowly push a wife away, and how to spot them early before the damage becomes permanent. If you think you're immune, if you believe, nah, my wife would never, that's exactly why you need to listen all the way through. Reason 1, the invisible load. For years, or maybe even decades, she's been the family's central nervous system. She's the one who remembers your mom's birthday before you do. She's the one who knows the kids have a doctor's appointment in 3 weeks and already booked it. She's the one keeping track of who likes what for dinner, who needs new clothes, who's been feeling down lately. That's called emotional labor. It's the behind-the-scenes work that makes your family life run smoothly. And here's the thing, it's invisible because she's mastered it. She doesn't walk around with a clipboard or a cape. She just handles it. You don't notice it's happening. Not because you don't care, but because it's been this way for so long. You think it's just normal, but it's not normal. It's heavy. And here's the dangerous part. One day she looks around and realizes she's been carrying the marriage. Not just the groceries, not just the bills, not just the schedules, but the weight of keeping the whole thing together. Meanwhile, you've been living inside that structure like a tenant, not a builder. That's when the resentment starts. Not in big shouting matches, in silence. She stops reminding you of things. She stops asking for help. She starts thinking, if I'm going to do it alone anyway, why bother? And that's the first brick in the emotional wall she starts building between you. So how do you fix it? Stop thinking of yourself as helping out. She doesn't need a helper, she needs a partner. If you see something that needs doing, own it from start to finish. Not need anything for the kids, but I booked the dentist appointment, it's already on the calendar. Not want me to start dinner, but I made your favorite, it's in the oven. When you take full ownership, you're telling her, I see the weight you carry, I'm carrying it with you. And that changes everything. Reason 2, conversation turns to logistics. Think back to the start. You used to talk about everything. Dreams, wild ideas, where you'd live, what you'd build together. You stayed up until 2 a.m., telling stories and laughing so hard you forgot what time it was. But somewhere along the way, those conversations disappeared. Now it's, did you pay the bill? What's for dinner? Don't forget to take out the trash. And after that, silence. You're not fighting, you're just not connecting. And here's the problem. She's not asking you to write her poetry or send long romantic texts. She's asking to feel seen. She's asking for proof that the man she married still cares about what's in her heart, not just what's on the to-do list. When she talks and you half listen, nodding while you're on your phone, giving a distracted while your mind's somewhere else, she learns something dangerous. She learns not to bring you the real stuff anymore, and that's where the connection starts to die. It doesn't happen in one conversation. It happens in 100 small moments when she walked away thinking, he doesn't care. Here's how you change it, and it's simpler than you think. 10 minutes a day, phones down, TV off, no distractions. One question, what's on your mind? Not the chores, not the bills. You. And then you listen. Really listen. Because here's the truth. She doesn't just want to live with you, she wants to live connected to you. Reason 3, the housework loop. Let's be honest, nobody gets into a fight over one dirty plate in the sink, or a pair of socks on the floor, or the laundry basket sitting there for 3 days. It's never just about the mess, it's about what the mess means. Every dish you leave out says, "You'll take care of it." Every overflowing trash can says, "This isn't my responsibility." And every time she picks it up without saying a word, a little piece of her respect for you chips away. See, in the beginning, she might laugh it off. She'll clean it up, roll her eyes, maybe even joke about it. But over years, it stops being funny. It starts feeling like a message. This is your job. I don't have to think about it. And here's the danger. Resentment doesn't show up like a storm. It builds slowly, grain by grain, every time she feels like she's doing the work of two people while you're doing the work of one. That's when she stops feeling like a partner and starts feeling like your maid. How do you fix it? Stop thinking of housework as helping. Helping still means you think it's her job first. Instead, own it. Divide the work like teammates, not like one boss and one assistant. You own the kitchen, I own the laundry. Sundays we reset at 6 p.m. That way, it's not about her asking you to pitch in. It's about both of you running the same household like you actually share it. Reason 4, growth mismatch. Here's something a lot of guys miss. As women get older, a lot of them want to expand. They want to travel to places they've never seen, take a course, start a hobby, learn something new. They want life to feel bigger, not smaller. And here's the thing. If you stay in the exact same place, doing the exact same things year after year, she starts to feel like she's moving forward while you're standing still. That gap isn't measured in miles. It's measured in momentum. And momentum is powerful. Because when one person in a relationship is growing and the other isn't, the distance between you doesn't just exist. It keeps getting bigger every year. She might not say it out loud at first, but inside she's thinking, I can't spend the rest of my life standing still. And once she starts feeling like she's outgrowing you, it's hard to make her feel excited about building a future together. So what do? You start growing too, and not just for her, but for yourself. Sit down together and create a future file. 2 goals just for you, 2 goals just for her, and 1 big shared goal you both commit to. Put a date on the calendar for each. Plan something you've never done before, even if it's small, because promises are nice, but movement is what keeps you exciting to her. Reason 6, retirement reality. Check retirement, the golden years. Finally, no more alarms, no more commutes, no more deadlines. Just you and her enjoying life together. At least, that's the fantasy. But for a lot of couples, the reality is very different. Here's what actually happens. You wake up with no plan, no structure, and no purpose outside the house. And suddenly, she becomes your entertainment committee. You're bored, so you're in her space all day. You're following her from room to room, asking, what should we do today? You expect her to fill your calendar and your time. The problem? She's been managing responsibilities her whole life. She didn't dream of retirement so she could manage you too. She wanted freedom, not another full-time job as your personal cruise director. And here's the thing most men don't realize. Boredom isn't neutral. Boredom is heavy. It makes you less attractive, less interesting, and less inspiring to be around. So how do you fix it? Get your own purpose, outside of her. Separate hobbies, separate friends, something that makes you wake up with energy and stories to share. Then choose your shared time together, because purpose is magnetic, and nothing kills attraction faster than leaning on her to be your only source of fun. Reason 7, feeling unheard equals going silent. This one's the heartbreak reason. Being ignored hurts more than being argued with. See, she's been the emotional backbone of your family for decades. She's carried the feelings, the worries, the late-night talks when something went wrong. But if over the years her words start bouncing off you like rain on a windshield, skimming the surface without sinking in, she learns something dangerous. He's not really listening. At first, she'll repeat herself. She'll try a different tone. She'll hint, hoping you'll catch it. But if it keeps happening, she'll stop bringing you the real stuff altogether. And here's the scary part. When a woman stops talking, the relationship doesn't just go quiet, the connection goes offline. You might think, at least we're not fighting. But silence isn't peace, it's distance. And distance is where marriages die. So how do you fix it? When she talks, prove you heard her. Reflect it back before you respond. Something as simple as, "So you felt X when he happened. Did I get that right?" It sounds small, but that one sentence tells her, "I heard you, I get you, you matter." And that saves marriages. Reason 8, time gets real. There comes a point in life where the clock starts ticking louder. It's not just birthdays anymore. It's funerals. It's watching friends get sick. It's realizing your parents are old now. And so are you. When that reality sets in, she starts asking herself some hard questions. Am I happy? Do I feel loved? Is this the life I want to live for the next 20 years? If the answers don't feel good, she doesn't always blow up. She doesn't necessarily pack a bag. She just quietly shifts her energy toward the things and people that make her feel alive. Not out of spite, but out of self-preservation. And here's the part most men miss. When a woman stops trying to fix the relationship, it doesn't mean she's okay with it. It means she's made peace with living parallel lives. You'll still share a house, still share bills, but you won't share each other. How do you stop it before it gets there? Don't wait for the midlife crisis moment. Every few months, sit down together. No TV, no phones, and have a state of us talk. Ask in what's working, what's not. What do we want to start, stop, or change? Because if you don't check in on your relationship, you'll wake up one day and realize it's been gone for years, even though you're both still there. So here's the truth, man. Most marriages don't fall apart because of some massive betrayal. They fade because of the small practical things that pile up year after year, until one day she looks at you and doesn't see her partner anymore. She sees her roommate. The dishes, the silence, the missed conversations, the lack of growth, the boredom, the feeling unheard. They're not random. They're signals. And if you ignore them, they stack up until the connection is gone. But here's the good news. This isn't about becoming some brand new man overnight. It's about noticing. It's about ownership. It's about making her feel like you still see her, still hear her, still choose her. Every single day. Start with one thing today. Pick something from this list and fix it fully, and then pick another. Because the same small actions that break a marriage apart are the same small actions that can bring it back to life. If you've been coasting, now's the time to wake up, because one day the choice won't be yours anymore. Don't wait for that day. Choose her now.